So let's go to a new segment of this broadcast that we will call Tether Tantrums. Because there's so many people that have an issue with us making our delineation claims in our delineation movement. So let me see, where shall I start? I'll start with this one here.
And I'm just going to say this. If you are one of those Black Americans that claim they are indigenous and native to America, they are indigenous and claim they are indigenous and claim they are indigenous and native to America, that's your business. Please do not come over on my page and try to tell me about my history. I don't give a fuck about your history. Do not come over here and try to tell me where I'm from and where I'm not from. That's your business. Indigenous and they are indigenous and that claim they are indigenous and native to.
Oh, she ain't on that one, huh? Because, you know, those of us who believe we are indigenous to this land, indigenous.
I wanted to ask African Americans how you guys feel about FBA and them denouncing their African ancestors. I find it so disrespectful.
First, let's identify the fact that she has a British accent. So she finds the fact that we denounce. Here's another thing about this whole denouncing thing. We've been here for hundreds of years. And for all of you DNA people, they can only go back like 5 generations. You have been here in America for much longer than that. So you will not be able to tie your lineage to some African country. Because the country didn't exist when your lineage was in America. Let's go back to this woman because, again, it's interesting to hear how much they're pleading. And I say, this distraction is only there because that we are no longer playing a security guard or security blanket for these people. And now they got to deal with the devil of this world, unprotected from our presence. Of course, though, we're just Takatas and we don't have any culture. Okay.
Guys have created. But never in a million years would I thought there'd be a group of people that absolutely, completely denounce being African at all. Especially when you're out here looking a whole Senegalese. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And then how could you disrespect the very people who are responsible for our freedom today? Like, I can't fathom ever disrespecting the motherland. And as Jamaican as I am, and as patriotic as I am, I absolutely love being Jamaican. I am so proud to be an African. I'm so proud to have my ancestry. I'm so proud to be of maroon descent and have so much African DNA.
Maroon? Not the American Maroons. Slave-catching Jamaican Maroons. I mean, like, wait a minute. You ain't going, like, you're going to have to clarify that, ma'am. There are there's a class of Jamaicans that do come from Africa, but they look down on the descendants of slaves of Jamaica. I met them when I was in Canada. And so the whole thing that she's doing right now, that's not legit. So I'm just explaining the dynamics that, like, again, because see, when they get around white people, oh, they show the hell out. So up in Canada, they have their enclaves. Man, I'll tell you, man, and their jealousy against foundational Black Americans, even up in Canada, you have fled from your Caribbean birth country. You're living up in Canada in the freezing cold. Y'all got packs of snow on the side of the road like 6 feet. But you still worry about hating on us. But you know, another thing they was also scared of, like, everything is like boys in the hood. No, it ain't. But so these people up there in Canada, they are, there is the class of African Jamaicans, and then there's the class of Jamaican descendants of slaves. So there's 2 different classes of Jamaicans. And they come over here, they start getting on here trying to tell you, like, oh yes, I'm an African and I'm a Jamaican and I'm proud. Yeah, but you ain't proud to be a descendant of a slave, because one of the things, like you told us when we were in Canada, we would never slaves. I heard that back in 1997. Tell me nothing. Miss me. So I just want y'all to know kind of the element of what she's playing on. So she's being dishonest with what she's doing right now. So just to forewarn you, she's what she's doing right now is coming from a dishonest position.
I'm just so confused how you just denounce who you are. And I understand there's this like search for identity and meaning and wanting to be very grounded in your Blackness, but that doesn't mean to completely denounce your ancestors and denounce who you are with all that they went through. And I keep seeing multiple different arguments about the ships and where are they, and they couldn't have carried that many millions of people. Well, they did. They did carry, they packed us up like sardines. They did. It is proven, it's a proven fact.
Ma'am, us is just another version of
we.
No. Y'all see what she's doing? See, the one ship that took us off. Knock it off.
There's evidence of it. Like, I do think it's like, I do think it's an absolute shame to witness. It's an absolute shame to witness this. Like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, my son wants American style chicken noodle soup, so I'm going to go and get the groceries for that. But hopefully African Americans can discuss this with me in the comments, because I genuinely, I can't wrap my head around it. I just find it so incredibly disrespectful. Yeah.
Incredibly disrespectful, huh? Okay. That sounds nice. And I guess me, as a foundational Black American, a freedman, descendant of the indigenous, I guess, maybe I'm not the best authority to speak on connection here with Africa and whatnot.